What's poppin', guys? My name is J Application. Today we're doing Summoning Citron from Plants vs. Zombies at 3 a.m. Sorry, guys, for that cringenuity of an intro. Today we're doing an episode review of Go Eat Worms. Oh, so scary. Go eat worms. I want some gummy worms, you know? Boneheady. Anyways, so like this today. So, yeah, let's just get straight into this. This is, rewatching it, it's okay. It's not, like, the absolute epitome of bad and Goosebumps. I mean, way better than, like, Bad Hair Day. It is a little scary. Gives you goosebumps. So, yeah. The ending, talk about that when we get there. So, yeah, let's just get straight into this now. Todd, our main character, and his friend, whatever his name is, they are in their base. Well, they're in Todd's basement, and they're doing, like, they're looking at the worms, doing experiments on them, until, Todd's little sister comes down. She's, being an annoying little, turd, and she won't shut up about how she's gonna win the science fair, which is a plot point in the episode, which is just the reason. Well, it's not exactly a plot point. It's just the reason why all this is happening. It's got science fair coming up. That's why there's worms in their house. Dude's trying to do a worm experiment. Trying to make scientific discoveries about worms, while his sister's trying. Well, it's just way less impressive. The life cycle of a blue jay, like, wow, so cool. Or no, it's a robin. Sorry. Like, man, girl, you're not gonna win. Like, no shit. No one gives a fuck. I'm dead honest. Anyways, she has this, like, little statue of a robin or whatever she made with her friend, and Reggie, that's the name of the sister. I don't know why she's called Reggie. God, I have no clue. Anyways, Todd looks at his friend, and he has a smirk on his face, so I think y'all know what's about to happen. Even if you've watched the episode, yeah. She picks up a robin, or she tilts it a little bit, and worms come flying out of his mouth. She gets mad. She tries to run away up the stairs after calling Todd names. Of course, double whammy. There's worms on the fucking railing. So fuck you, bitch. Like a double fuck you. So Todd absolutely eliminated her sister, like the plants in the game of Team fucking Vanquish, boys. I mean, plants, Netflix and chill, zombies. Netflix and not so chill. Ain't no chill. And no. HBO minimum. That's what they are. I'm talking about PvZ, Battle for Neighborhood, Garden Warfare 2. Sorry, guys. I'll shut up now. Anyways, the next day, Todd is having lunch with his friend. They switch food. I don't know why kids do this. This happens a few times in Goosebumps. Like, in fact, the previous episode review, that happened. I didn't even mention it. That's actually his reasoning. When Todd's friends, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of him, so we'll call him Jamarsis. My name is Jamarsis. African American, so sorry, that sounds a little racist. Sorry. I watched too many weird videos. I'm like, is your name Jamarsis? Got the cocaine. Anyways, Fat Pete. Jamarsis opens a soup can, and, well, it has spaghetti in the thermos. And, of course, he takes a bite of spaghetti. The spaghetti! He takes a bite of the spaghetti. We're calling it spaghetti. And, there's worms in his spaghetti. So he gets mad, and he unfriends him on Facebook. So now Todd is apparently friendless. Ooh. Anyways. Then, later that night, he automatically knows it was probably his sister. I'm still not sure, because there was no clear up if that actually was his sister. I think it's supposed to not be his sister, since the worms just can crawl around the house. According to the next scene, later that night, his mom's having a fit with him. She's telling him to go to bed. Get rid of the worm stuff, and she's not a big fan of the worm stuff. Like, let him be. My mom's completely cool with this. Like, so let him be. Like, okay? Like, oh, I'm gay. Fuck you, get out of my house. Like, pretty much the same thing. Like, you fucking ass. Anyways, he goes to bed. After a little fit. He wins the fight. Sorta. But he has to fix his sister's Robin. That's what she tried to tell him to. Since he broke it. It broke. Well, he made his sister break it. You know, when the worms keep spilling out. It broke. Anyways, later that night, the worms are crawling up his fucking vents. We just get a shot of that. And he wakes up to worms on his face and in his bed, and on his toes, on his legs, on his kneecaps, on his ding-dong, on his ring-rong, on his fing-bong, on his ping-fong, on his pong-ping, on his ping-pong, on his ping-pong paddle, on his pong-ping, on his purple slug, on his earth, plant, cold, fire, elemental quad, on Amber Island named Pong-ping. Yeah. Anyways. The worms were just everywhere in this bed, and on him, and on his ding-dong, and it's on it. We're not going there again. Anyways, he screams, and his mom comes in the room. Of course, she does not believe him when he says it's Reggie, which is at a sleepover. The fuck? I just had a seizure. Better not be the cover. Anyways, the next day, he refriends his friend in Schoolbook. Schoolbook, why? And he just makes alliance with him again, even though that's like almost the last time he appears until the end. So that scene just doesn't need any mentioning. He just refriends him. Anyways, later that day, dude's at the lake. His sister's there gathering things for the Robin, probably like twigs to make it fake, like a homemade nest, or eggshells. Well, actually, just fuck it, whatever. Just gathering the things that are needed. She and her friend just calls some worms on the brain like an asshole, and yeah, no need to mention that. These scenes are really pointless, now I'm starting to think about this. Like, are these fucking filler? This next scene is actually, like, meaningful. Later that night, Reggie is getting ready in his basement to go out and look for more worms since it's gonna rain that night. Maybe. I don't know if he knows. Whatever. He goes out. It starts to rain. He's looking for worms for his experiments. He's getting more worms. All of a sudden, he falls in a pit. He's in the woods right now, so nobody's gonna help him. He just stumbles into a pit, and it's like a cave. It's just a very empty cavern. Anyways, after a little bit of exploring, you get a few shots of worms following him, or at least looking at him, so you can clearly tell that the worms have made this for him. And when he finally finds something, it's writing on the wall from the worms, and it says, "Todd, we will make you squirm." Todd, we will make you squirm. I think that's what it said. And then all of a sudden, he realizes that he's sinking in a bunch of worms. He falls over, he gets back up, he fights, and he gets out of the worms, whatever you want to say. Top tier, Todd. Todd tier. Anyways. He stumbles out of that, and then stumbles into a bigger problem. Literally bigger, because it's a bigger worm. So there's just a giant worm sticking out of the wall. And, yeah, he just yeets his ass out of there. Full on Hadouken, or whatever the fuck. He just Naruto speeds his ass out of there. I don't know anything about Naruto, so don't go, "Hey, you like Naruto?" Like, no. I don't even know anything about it, besides the guy in a prison jumpsuit who has ultimate power. And some really fucking weird-ass hair. Anyways, he eats his ass out of there through a hillside and stumbles down the hill, but that's not the end of it. The worm comes out. He's about ready to swoop slam like a Snapdragon PVC BFN until a parrot drone comes in and kills him. Well, actually, just scares him away into hiding. Actually, the parrot drone was actually the sister's birds, which I have no fucking clue why they're also out tonight. Girls, What the fuck? Why are you everywhere? And why'd you bring your bird? I have so many questions. Like, why I don't know. I feel like that was really forced. Like, why the fuck is the bird there? Whatever. Anyways, they scared the worm away with the bird. They didn't know the worm was there. So, the worm just kind of saw out the corner of whatever the fuck is up here. If it even is an eye. I don't know. I've never seen up close images of worms, okay? I don't even know if worms even have eyes. What the fuck? Anyways, he gets scared of the worm. He or she, I don't know the gender of the worm. And, of course, it just squirms back down into its cave. And Todd thanks the girls, but they have no fucking clue what he's talking about. The next day, he gets rid of all the worm shit from his house. And now everything's back to normal. So it's him and his friend go fishing. And he starts talking about... Oh, he gets rid of the worms. He dumps back in the lake like, oh yeah, the worms are now my friends. They like me now because I gave them back because I didn't kill them. Even though I killed like 20,000 trillion. Maybe more, probably. Yeah, more. 100%. What's infinity times 4? To infinity and beyond. To infinity and beyond. To infinity and beyond. To be infinity and beyond. He's going fishing now. He jumps the worms. The remaining worms that he got rid of last night into the lake, and then he pulled out some bait, and he and his friend are having a great time. They're talking about life. Well, no, they're actually talking about the science fair a little more, and they decide, you know what, we'll scrap the worms, we're doing fish. Fuck it. So they're gonna do a project on fish, and you're gonna talk about why they can breathe in the water, how to survive underwater, how do they have to sleep, are they strong? Whatever they need to talk about. All of a sudden, there's a sandwich bag magically there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna bite your sandwich, dude." Todd says to his Homo sapien friend, and he's like, "Wait, that isn't my sandwich." As soon as Todd takes a bite, he gets yeet off the shore, and it's like yeet. But you know what? It's more like tug of war. But the war was with his mouth, and he ain't no dog. But then again, the fish just tugged him in the water. With the bait, they somehow got up there. I have so many questions. This is such a goofy, weird ending. I kind of like it, but I kind of hate it. Anyways, he gets stuck in the water, and we see shots of his friend like, oh, where'd he go? Oh. And we see Todd talking to the fish. We don't see it. We just see shots of... a shot of a camera moving fastly towards slightly under the water. Probably on a speedboat recording that or some shit, just a boat in general. And it's Todd begging to be let go. The fish decide, okay, fine. But they make him swim back. I'm not even fucking kidding. That's the ending. I'm not even fucking kidding around. Anyways, this was actually a pretty easy episode to manage. There was not too many, like, big scenes. All the scenes were, like less than 5 minutes, and they could be managed. I think the longest scene was definitely the one with the worm cave, or the one with the mom stuff. I forgot to mention this joke I planned out. His mom sounds like the Caillou narrator. I'm not even fucking kidding. Caillou. So she sounds like, Caillou. Hey, to be out. She seriously sounds like the Caillou narrator. I just wanted to point that out, because it's just so fucking noticeable. Anyways, now for my ratings and opinions on the episode. Special effects, there weren't, like, any at all, so I'm gonna give it... if there were, there probably were somewhere. I'll give it a 9 out of 10, just to be fair. The acting. The acting is one of the main things that we talk about. I say it was okay. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's pretty good. Minus some things we don't talk about, and plus some things we don't talk about, because I never say plus things we don't talk about. 8 out of 10. 7.5. I do think that the ending is a little cheesy and cheap and stupid. But also the episode, the giant worm scene is pretty cool though. So I gotta give them props for that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.